Hey everybody, it's TheDollBoy, and today I'm back with another Reroot. I actually am really excited about this video because I'm creating a Rihanna inspired hairstyle. If you like me doing the celebrity inspired videos, make sure to give this video a thumbs up already. Comment down below which celebrity I should make a video about next, and make sure you subscribe to my channel because that really helps me out a lot. For this makeover, I'm using the Wild Hearts Crew doll that I got over a year ago, and I've been waiting for the right project to use her. She did cross my mind when I was making my live-action Ariel doll, but I didn't feel like she'd resemble Halle Bailey enough. I do not think her face looks like Rihanna that much either, but I do really love the faces from these Wild Hearts Crew dolls, and I think this doll will look great with black hair. The hair quality this doll originally had was very rough, so I did not have any trouble cutting everything as short as possible right away. I dip the head in boiling water, which softens up the plastic and allows you to remove the head from the body. Then I take my tweezers to scrape the inside of the head, which pulls all the hair plugs to the inside, which leaves you with a very smooth, bald doll head. Now you also want to clean up the inside of the head to give you a completely clean base. For this, I'm also using my tweezers, simply pulling out those hair plugs I loosened up from the inside of the head. Since this doll originally had blue hair, I also wanted to paint the scalp black to match the new hair. I'm also gonna paint the parts above her ear because I think like this it looks really funny, and I do want to be able to put the hair up in high ponytails without showing any bald spots. To paint the head, I'm using black acrylic paint mixed in with Mod Podge to keep the paint flexible while rerooting. Once the paint dried, I'm gonna prepare my Reroot hair. I actually received a really big box full of hair from the Doll Planet, including a starter kit and some metallic black Reroot hair that I will be using for this look. The starter kit comes with an actual Reroot tool and Reroot needles that have some instructions about which needle to use on which doll. The kit also comes with some pliers that you could also use to remove the hair more easily. It's pretty easy to set up this rerooting tool, and I think it looks so professional. So thank you so much to the Doll Planet for sending me this, because it's actually my very first actual Reroot tool. Before using this tool, I am gonna take a look at the Reroot hair first. One of these bags is definitely enough for a Barbie or Wild Hearts Crew doll head, but she did send me 2 bags in case I wanted to use this for an LOL OMG or Rainbow High doll head, because those tend to take up more than 1 pack of hair. As always, I do like to work on smaller sections of hair at a time, and I prep them before doing my reroot. For this, I wet the hair I'm working on and brush it out, and then I'm simply gonna lay down a bunch of strands. This really helps me to use consistent strands during the reroot and make sure you barely waste any hair in the process. When I have enough strands prepared, I'm taking the head again and checking the flexibility. These Wild Hearts Crew doll heads are pretty flexible already, so I'm going right in with my Reroot tool and starting this process. To do this, I lay a strand around my finger, pick it up with my new Reroot tool, and push it in the head. I like to start working on the hairline first, because in my opinion, that has to be the neatest area of the entire head. The second neatest area is the parting space, so that's what I'm doing next. This specific Wild Heart Screw doll already had the side part I wanted to give her as well, so I'm simply using the original holes in the parts. I root that in one straight line, using thicker strands than I normally do, and then split it into two to show you the result. I also am creating my own parting spaces in the areas where Rihanna is wearing her braids by rooting rows of hair really close to each other, using those slightly thicker strands again. This way, when I'm recreating the hairstyle with those braids, you won't be able to see any bald spots, but there will be really neat parts around those braids as well. After getting all those parting spaces done the way I wanted them to be, I'm simply going to fill up the rest of the head as well. I really felt like this new Reroot tool made my life so much easier, because you can simply hold this with one hand and take the strands with the other hand, which made me finish this Reroot so fast. Once all the hair was added, I still did have some hair left over from that first bag, since I didn't want that ponytail to look too bulky. To set all the hair in place, I'm taking the Galaxy glue that's included in the starter kit from the Doll Planet and spread some of the glue inside of the head. With this glue, you really don't need to add a lot in there, and what's really helpful about this glue is that it's white when you apply it, so you can look inside of the head to see if you manage to cover everything. I do like to go inside of the head with a Q-tip to spread the glue out evenly before I let this dry overnight. Once the glue dried, you can attach the hat back to the body and start styling the hair. For this specific doll, I will not be boil washing the hair because I'm gonna style it in an updo anyways. To create the specific hairstyle Rihanna was wearing to the NAACP Awards, I'm taking those sections I created those extra parting spaces for and tie everything else out of the way. Then I'm gonna cornrow those areas. What really helps me with this is splitting the section into two before starting the braid. This makes it really easy to know which hair you want to pick up on which side, so you can add the hair on the sides to the braid to transform it from a regular braid into a neat cornrow. Because I'm working on doll scale, I really make sure to use very thin sections at a time as well. And once you're out of hair to add in the braid, I just keep braiding the hair until I feel like I have a braid that's long enough to go in the high ponytail. I do the exact same thing in the front, where I also created those part lines around the braid. And that's really when the style finally started to come together. After this, I simply put all the hair in a high ponytail, and as you can see, I chose to pull the ponytail a bit higher than Rihanna's original hairstyle, because I think this looks a little bit better from the front on doll scale. And that is my completed Rihanna makeover. I really like how this hairstyle turned out, and how it's such an intricate take on a classic ponytail. If you like this video too, please give it a thumbs up. and comment down below telling me which celebrity hairstyle you'd like me to recreate. Also subscribe to my channel to stay up to date on my newest doll videos, and follow me on Instagram to see more of my doll photography at TheDollBoy. See you next time!